slogan. You need to enrich others, and from enriching everyone else, you will be enriched.
I usually joke that it's a high school experiment that went wrong.
Well, if they can't manage it, God help them.
He put me on some of his accounts, and the first thing he said is, "This is my money."
I love that idea.
Everybody have degree, all of us have.
I said, boy, if you're not going to put out, I'm going to fire. You never stop learning until your day that you die. And that is something that I'm using for myself, that just constantly trying to learn and become better each and every day.
Because we know you're not turning me a grandfather.
Maybe him don't know.
Oh gosh!
The Father's Day edition of The Cut is brought to you by NCB.
Ganga and Saga have gone to get Christmas.
Yes. Nira and John is in critical condition. We cannot wait any longer. They should come immediately.
Why won't you do the test? Tell me, Kashish, why won't you do it?
Because I'm not pregnant, Ganga. I cannot allow a liar like you to live in my house. Get out of here right now.
The Chaturvedis will never be able to guess who is behind all of this. And hats off to you, Yash.
Yash? Get in the car, then our driver is going to take you straight to your daughter.
Ganga.
Brought to you by
Hyundai or Hyundai.
Thanks for joining us for CVM News at noon for Friday, June 13, 2025. I'm Curlin Brown from the News and Sports Desk. And we begin with an update on the shooting death of a 57-year-old construction worker, Norris Ferguson. The man accused of shooting him, 52-year-old Ishmael Davis, who was employed to the Jamaica Public Service, the JPS, was granted bail in the sum of $2 million when he appeared in the corporate area court on Thursday. Now, as part of the bail condition, Davis was ordered to surrender all his travel documents and report regularly to the police. A stop order has also been placed against him. Now, the incident, which occurred on Tuesday, May 27, around 7:10 in the morning, was caught on CCTV and was widely circulated on social media. Allegations are the men were involved in an argument when Davis used his licensed firearm to shoot Ferguson twice in the head. However, Davis's legal team, led by King's Counsel Peter Champagny and attorney Samoy Campbell, presented alternate video footage in court suggesting their client acted in self-defense. The videos reportedly show Ferguson reaching for an object in his waistband. A knife was reportedly later recovered from the scene. Ishmael Davis is scheduled to return to court on July 14. The government is looking forward to a renewal in criminal investigations with the opening of a pathology forensic autopsy suite. Adrian Williams has more.
Local officials celebrate a recent addition to crime-fighting strategies in Jamaica, a new forensic pathology autopsy suite located on Orange Street, downtown Kingston. This new suite is the first of its kind in the Caribbean. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of National Security, Dr. Horace Chang, highlighted this would not be the same as a public morgue.
But it's not a public morgue, it's an autopsy suite designed to be used by specialists, the pathologists, trained and in part of the Institute of Forensic Science and Legal Medicine to provide you with a modern facility to do the proper investigation after death to ensure we can have the evidence and the correct certified evidence to take to court.
Dr. Chang highlights one key issue, however, that needs to be overcome.
We still have a few challenges because I said forensic science is not the most attractive area for a lot of people, and there are critical players, however. It's not just doctors. Our autopsies, our pathologists, when they get trained, ship off to all over the world. It's not just in Jamaica, they're short.
In a blunt disclosure, the security minister highlighted that this new facility will be more humane than current morgue facilities.
Certain morgues will not be very happy We pay for them at the end, but they're not very happy because the way they manage even the dead is not in keeping with, it's not very humane. You go there and trust me, even though there might be criminals that are there, it is not appropriate to see any element of humanity in those conditions. So it's really, it's just a major addition, a welcome addition to be reflected in our growth as a civilized society.
The new autopsy suite will also seek to provide internship opportunities. Adrian Williams reporting for CVM News.
Residents in Savannah Lamar are expressing frustration and fear that garbage allowed to pile up is a major health hazard which can affect a number of communities, and they're pleading for the situation to be addressed.
The people of Richie Stevens Lane in Savomar are appealing for the powers that be to address a garbage pileup that is severely affecting them. They allege individuals are dumping garbage in a restricted area, which is accumulating heaps of rubbish over time. According to resident Annalisa Brown, the garbage in front of her yard is repulsive and warrants a new disposal site.
In front of my yard, it is really disgusting. I can't sleep because some big rats everyone come over me and me can't keep nothing in my house. It is really hard for us. And no matter how much the people them from up the road or whereabout in Savomar come dump them garbage right across the road.
It is alleged that the personal garbage site, now overflowing with waste, is oftentimes left unattended for days on end, resulting in a thriving rodent population and foul odor. Residents told our news team they fear the space is becoming inhabitable.
Yeah, man, calling on the Prime Minister, government to move this, because this no fit here so amongst people where people live. I smell this thing every day, no good. Yeah, man, so it needs to move.
Locals have expressed that they are interested in being hired to clean the garbage themselves, given that the majority of them are unemployed. They explained that the National Solid Waste Management Authority, NSWMA, should provide them this opportunity to better their circumstances.
All months it come. All months. And when they're ready, they say they don't know driver, they don't know this, they don't know that. So, if, let me tell you, the best thing you can do, we run here, so I Russia, most of we run here as big people, we don't work or whatever. So, they can employ, we look up in the morning time, and gather it up, and back them up.
The locals believe that through the combined efforts of the Prime Minister, the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation and the NSWMA, some semblance of change can occur. Shante McNeil, CVM News.
Also in the West, in efforts to fight prairie larceny, the Hanover police are reminding farmers to utilize the identification system to ensure their animals are properly documented. Inspector Mario Taylor from the Green Island Police Station argues proper documentation of farm animals will aid prosecutors in obtaining justice when their animals are stolen. Adrian Williams has that story.
Prairie larceny, the act of stealing farm animals, extends to stealing aspirations, which remains a painful reality for farmers in Western Jamaica. This is why Inspector Mario Taylor from the Green Island Police Station in Hanover is reminding farmers to protect their animals from thieves. He's suggesting they tag and monitor their farm animals.
You have to take some responsibility in registering as a farmer, marking your animals, have your own personal mark on these animals, so that when it is that we catch this person, the cases can be prosecuted with more surety in terms of how, because identification is a big issue.
Taylor has recommended various animal identification methods that farmers can employ. He's encouraging farmers to maintain their animal records.
A lot of brown and white goat out there, a lot of goat, with different markings and all of that. It's not sufficient to say that alone. You need to have your special mark on that animal. So you either tag your animal or you have your special mark on the animal. And you can make your record and document it somewhere. Sign the date, have a diary, have your farmer's diary. Document it that, look, 12 goats, one brown and white with so-and-so mark on it, one black and brown with so-and-so mark on it, and sign to it on a particular date. You know, you can even get a justice of the peace to certify it on that particular date when you created that list. That's your inventory.
He says farmers should also secure the animals in order to prevent them from wandering. He further explains that animals often become a nuisance in the communities, destroying other farmers' crops. He reveals this is one factor that causes animal loss, as some goats go missing because neighboring farmers who have had their crops eaten by these animals take matters into their own hands and get rid of them.
You need to secure your things in every which way, shape, and form. Secure it from the thieves, but secure them from eating down other person's stuff just to see. Because some of the times you miss your stuff. It's not a serial larcenist that takes your stuff. Miss Jane, we can't bother with your goat and eat down her things, so she discreetly get rid of your goat. No, seriously, we have seen it.
Taylor says farmers helping farmers is the way forward. He wants farmers to keep an eye out for missing farm animals and report irregularities. Adrian Williams for CVM News.
Government members of the Joint Select Committee used their majority to approve MP Everald Warmington's recommendation to remove the Auditor General as a commissioner of the Integrity Commission. Now, speaking on CVM's lead story, Attorney-at-Law Shane Dalling says the Constitution does not support the Auditor General serving in that role.
It says that a person who has held the office of Auditor General shall not be eligible for appointment to any other public office. Then it begs the question, is a commissioner of the Integrity Commission a public office? You then go to the Integrity Commission Act itself. Section 8 speaks of the appointment of commissioners, and it says the Auditor General, 4 other persons hereinafter referred to as appointed commissioners. And Section 23 of the Integrity Commission Act addresses the issue of public office. Section 23 says, the office of chairman or appointed commissioner shall not be a public office for purposes of Chapter 5 of the Constitution of Jamaica. Please note that in Section 23, it does not mention the Auditor General as being barred from holding the public office under Chapter 5 of the Constitution. It protects the other 4 members of the Commission, but not the Auditor General, which essentially means the Auditor General, for purpose of the Act, is holding a public office, which would be in contravention of Section 120, subsection 3 of the Constitution of Jamaica.
Meanwhile, political commentator Jermaine Barrett questioned the government's timing, suggesting the move is only providing the opposition with more ammunition during an already tense political season.
I think the administration has effectively given the opposition a bit of ammunition to wage a war against them, quite frankly. We know that matters relating to the Integrity Commission have been most controversial for some time now, and I find it difficult to understand why it is that at this time this particular attempt is being made to disturb the Integrity Commission at the time when we're in the political silly season. I'm not suggesting at all that the moves by the administration are wrong. I leave that to the legal luminaries to opine on. But politically, I don't know that there's much to be gained.
Please stay with us for lots more here on Midday News in a moment.
Starts with care. Care that's always close. Supermed Family of Pharmacies is where you go for everything you need. From your morning routine to life's biggest moments. Supermed Family of Pharmacies is always by your side. Whether it's prescriptions or household essentials, trust the care that's close to home. Super happy, super healthy, Supermed.
Ready, tech,
grow. Business is fast, easy, flexible, and cost less. Oh, entrepreneurs, let's go digital. The government of Jamaica and European Union present Digital Jamaica Training Series. Learn how technology grows your business. Choose the right digital tool. Manage your staff, customers, and money digital. Data security and privacy. Artificial intelligence. We'll be in every parish. Apply online. www.jbdc.net. Log on fast. Digital Jamaica. Powering connectivity for MSMEs.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yeah.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
What's up, racing fans? Tune into CVM to see all of the live action from Rally X.
Left to go today.
The Time is brought to you by Ford Territory.
Thanks for staying with us for CVM News at Noon. A new chapter in the digital innovation has started with the University of the West Indies officially launching the African Caribbean Hub for Generative Artificial Intelligence. The initiative, backed by global regional partners, promises to transform how both regions engage with cutting-edge technology. Our reporter Angelo Melville tells us more.
In a landmark move to bridge the technological divide, the P.J. Patterson Institute for Africa-Caribbean Advocacy at the University of the West Indies UWI Mona campus unveiled the Africa-Caribbean Hub for Generative AI. This collaborative effort between the UWI and other stakeholders is seen as an initiative to protect the Caribbean and Africa's economy, according to former Prime Minister P.J. Patterson.
We believe that through this initiative, Africa and the Caribbean can ensure that our economic interests are protected and that we have a say in the advancement of AI technologies, particularly surrounding issues like data governance, resource sustainability, and the socio-economic impacts of automation.
Despite rich natural resources essential to AI infrastructure, both regions have been underrepresented in the global AI movement. The hub aims to make a difference. Pro Vice Chancellor in the Office of Global Affairs, Andrea Maynard, says the UWI has been utilizing AI in research and academic learning.
The University of the West Indies, across all its campuses, has already embarked on this explorative journey in relation to the uses of AI in areas of research, innovation, advocacy, awareness, and, very importantly, teaching and learning. And that is important because we have to support this innovation. We have to support this activity.
Beyond research, the hub will focus on ethical resource use and preparing young population for AI-driven industries. Head of the Computer Science faculty at UWI, Dr. Daniel Folcom, argues that though AI is here to assist with academic needs, integrity should always be maintained.
Common acronym with artificial intelligence research is FATE, and it stands for Fairness, Accountability, Transparency, and Ethics in AI. Since the hub aims to integrate local knowledge systems and the socioeconomic needs of African and Caribbean populations into the global development of AI, I would also urge that FATE be a very important component of the AI research and development in the region.
With the launch of the Generative AI Hub, the Caribbean and Africa are positioning themselves as leaders in the global AI conversation. The hub, funded by the Afrexim Bank, is a collaboration between the Economic Empowerment and Global Learning Project, Lafayette College's Studies Program, and the UWI. Angela Melville, CVM News.
With rising heat and growing threats, Jamaica's ability to respond to fire emergencies is under fresh scrutiny. The opposition says it will be pushing for a national overhaul of the country's firefighting framework, starting with how recruits are trained. Shantae McNeil explains.
The opposition's call is urgent. PNP spokesperson on local government Natalie Nita Garvey says Jamaica's fire service, over 150 years old, must catch up with today's climate, hotter, harsher, and more prone to wildfires. In her sectoral debate address this week, Garvey pledged that a PNP administration